Good morning, family. It is early. I don't have my phone with me because I really don't pick up my phone for the first hour or so when I first wake up. So it's around. It's early, right? Sun just came up. I just turned off my lamp, so I know that it's at least 6 something. All right, so I didn't get a scripture reading for last night in meditation. So, of course, I did another flip to read today, and it was actually another good one. I like the flip to reads. So, by all means, let me know if you like let Holy Spirit guide you, flip it open, and that's what we're reading today. Because I do like my Bible studies, and I feel like it does help to understand a little bit about the mind state of what we're doing. Just be advised, me and Quincy are going at it this morning. Not necessarily, but we're fighting over the window today. He's adamant about being in this window today, and I wanted to record. I always record. If I'm going to record in the morning, it's going to be by the window. So he's not trying to give up his spot. I'm not trying to give up mine. So we share it, right? And so you may see a little Quincy face pop in, or not. But either way, he is here, and he's going to be a part of Bible study today. All right? So when I did my flip to read, I landed on Mark 3, which I'm going to just get into it, all right? And I'm going to try to pull all the downloads I was getting so I could just give it to you guys, and you have all that information, okay? So we're going to start with that. So in Mark 3, another time, he went to the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Some of the people were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal this man on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up," in front of everyone. Then Jesus asked him, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save a life or to kill?" But they remained silent. He looked around at all of them in anger and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, and said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians how they might kill Jesus. All right, so let's get into this, because I sometimes, like, when I see the thought patterns of others, it confuses me, and it always has. Even when I was a little girl, there were always moves that people made, and it made me look at them like, you thought that through, and that was the best option out of everything that you came up with? How many other options did you have? Because my thought process is pretty Christ-like. I don't believe in doing things to others that I feel are just negative and unnecessary. I do believe in protecting yourself if need be, but even in that sense, if I feel like I have to protect myself from a situation I'm in, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. If I feel like the person who I'm have to engage with, I can't trust them, they will not be someone who's in my circle that I can trust. And it's, not for any other reason besides the fact that I don't like to socialize with anything that is low vibrational. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And since I am a very non-judgmental person, I don't want to be put in a position where I have to look at the way that you move and then help you format a judgment against yourself, because that's how it will go. I will not judge you, but I will make you judge you so that you can decide to do something different next time. Because if you didn't think it through the first time, you need to know you didn't think it through so that you make better choices. But this is also how you get out of karmic cycles and how you get rid of negative moves that are going to keep you low. So, in the read, it already took me back a lot because I'm just like, I don't understand the thought patterns of low vibrational people very often. I've always had complications with it since I was a child. So, they witnessed Jesus heal this man without even touching him. And the whole purpose of them being there is because they wanted a reason to pretty much persecute him. So where they're going to use the fact that he healed someone on the Sabbath to persecute him, they're just not going to discuss the fact that they're talking about killing someone on the Sabbath. Like, that just completely just a mist gone. My spirit guys are showing me the movie The Green Mile with John Coffey. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie. So John Coffey was a healer. He was a black man in a time where it was hard to be a black man. And he had a very tough life. But he was a very pure soul. Got convicted for murder of 2 little girls, which he did not do. He was attempting to heal them when he found their bodies. I don't know who's vibing out at 6 in the morning, but they vibing out on that, yeah. Alright, so he was caught with the 2 little girls. They assumed that he murdered them. He was just too late to save them, to heal them from their afflictions, their whatever they had been through. Went to jail, and while he was awaiting termination on death row, the ones who worked his cell block witnessed him doing amazing and miraculous things, like with their own 2 eyes. So they knew he was a healer. They also knew he did not commit the crime because he was a beautiful and gentle soul. With all of that said, they could not stop his fate, nor did he want them to. John Coffey was tired. He was tired of all the negativity that was in the world. He was tired of the hate, the anger, the disrespect amongst each other. He was just so tired that he just did not want to be here anymore. And I understand very well because, like, there's things that I just don't partake in anymore because there's no food for the soul. It nurtures a negative spirit. Like, I cannot watch the news anymore. The news looks like this. It looks like people who are self-serving. I've seen so much crime on the news. Like, even the TV sometimes will turn on by itself in the morning around 6 a.m. during the weekdays, because I believe my oldest has set a timer on it. So it'll come on at 6 in the morning sometimes. And I'll get up and it'll say something wild. And I'll be like, yep, this gotta go off. And it's sad. It's really sad because this is the world that we live in. Now, one of the things I did like is that it talks about the fact that when Jesus asked them, which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save a life or to kill a life, and he asked them blatantly and no one wanted to answer, it made him angry. I like that they put that it made him angry because a lot of people think that, anger is a low vibrational, it's a low vibrational emotion, but honestly, it isn't. It isn't. The only thing that can make an emotion low vibrational is how you choose to react to it. Anger is the son of passion. So it is born from passion. When you get angry, it's not about the fact that you felt the emotion. It is how you use that emotion to fuel you going forward. If anger allowed you to take revenge, do something selfish or harmful, you are misusing your emotions. You are not learning lessons. Jesus, in turn, used his anger to fuel the fact that he is going to do the right thing. Regardless of if you want to acknowledge it's the right thing to do or not, he knows. And doing the right thing isn't always the easiest thing, to be honest. When you do the right thing, a lot of times you're made to feel like if it's not what the mass majority feels like should happen, then you're wrong. Here comes Quincy. Can you sit your butt down? Thank you. Yeah, slide your booty. Slide your booty. This one. Sit. There you go. Now lay down. There you go. Happy now? Happy now? So, anger in itself is not negative, but we need to be taught how to react to these emotions in a way that is beneficial and helps us grow through lessons. The other day, my 10-year-old was drawing a photo. She loves to draw. So she was free drawing. Instead of doing it graphic art on her iPad, she was free drawing. The picture was just not coming out good. She had complained about it like twice, and then she ended up just tearing it up out of anger and saying, oh, this is, oh, it's so terrible, it's not coming out good. I'm just not gonna, do the picture. Ended up talking to her and telling her, hey, listen, maybe you just needed a second. What qualities of that picture did you like? Just speaking to her and asking her, like, what out of that was good? She told me the part she liked. And I was like, okay, so put those parts down first. And then try again. She ended up redrawing her photo and being happier than she was from her original idea. And those are the positive ways that you use your anger. They should be fuel to your growth, your development, and your positivity, and how you can be the change. We sometimes don't pay attention to the way we allow our children to express themselves. We're like big on self-expression in this decade. Pretty much, saying that, oh yeah, express yourself however you feel, you see fit, and that's no. There are healthy ways to express yourself and there are unhealthy ways. Like, I understand that self-expression apparently is like the new thing, but self-expression without authenticity does not work. It doesn't work because you're not really expressing yourself. You're expressing who you think the world wants you to be, and that's not the same. But I digress. We should be teaching how to express yourself in a healthy manner. When you have a child where you go to the supermarket, when they want something, they throw a tantrum, they lay on the floor, they start flailing all over the place, and you don't teach that that's not a healthy way to manage your behavior or to manage the fact that you'd like something, you unknowingly allow that child to hold on to anger and then allow it to free flow in a very negative and outburst way. So it goes back to even that young, your 3-year-old throwing a temper tantrum. We have to prioritize how we teach positive ways to reinforce growth, because it is through lessons that we actually are able to move into our next stages. We repeat cycles because we don't learn lessons. The sooner you learn your lesson when it comes to your own negativity and the things that you harbor and the way that you express it and how you allow those things to make decisions that are not for your best interest and not for the greater good of the world, you're going to continue to stay stuck doing things that don't quite move you in the direction of your higher self. So I'm going to leave that right here. I'm going to get up and walk this dog because that's also the reasons why he's back and forth. You ready to go outside? I told y'all yesterday you live outside. His favorite thing to do is his morning walk. So I'm going to get up and do that. Thank you for your time. Feel free to like the video. Also, you can put a comment down and DM me or put a book emoji if you do like the morning Bible studies, because I feel like I'm going to make this a regular thing. I'm just going to do what my spirit guide said and be a little bit more organized on what my days are looking like, or at least what my posting times look like. So I got to sit with myself and get it correct. But I love you all. Have a very blessed day. Stay prayed up. Peace, family.